Thank you, Madam Chair. And obviously, if Catherine comes back on, I'm happy to
Sure.
either yield time to her or I can start all over as well. Dr. Fauci, I'd like to talk with you a little bit about vaccine hesitancy. We've seen the polls out there, the research out there that talks about the top reasons why people aren't taking the vaccine. They want more evidence that it's safe. They don't think COVID will seriously impact them. They already had COVID and have antibodies. I think those are the top three reasons that we're hearing about. This is more prevalent in rural America, much like a congressional district that I serve, very, very rural. Saw also a poll that found that it's 21% of rural residents are saying now that they definitely would not get a vaccine as compared with about 10% of those who live in more of our bigger cities. So what we're seeing on the ground here in the state of Illinois, we have 102 counties altogether. So we've got the 15 least populated counties. 8 of them are overall the least vaccinated counties. And then of the most populated counties, we've got 11 of those 15 that are doing the best. So again, we're seeing this divide on the ground. We're certainly seeing it in the district that I serve. I'm wondering, Dr. Fauci, as a trusted voice in all of this, what do you have to say to the folks who are holding off getting vaccinated for the reasons that I just listed?
Well, thank you for that question, Congresswoman Bustos. The answer is the first thing we've got to do is make sure we don't point fingers at them for do that and make them feel guilty about that. But you try to explain to them each and every one of the potential reasons why they feel they don't want to get vaccinated. One of the most common is that this was done so quickly that I'm not sure that it's safe, and that you've got to get trusted messengers out there to interact with them. And when I say trusted messages, what we've put together is a COVID-19 community core where there have been thousands of trusted messages. They could be sports figures, celebrities in the entertainment business, clergymen we find, and women we find are having an important role in getting out and extending themselves to address each and every one of the reasons. Because if you just take the time to examine those reasons, there's a really logical, firm, scientifically sound counter to each of those concerns, including the safety, including the quickness that it was done, etc. The other thing that we have found interesting, that if you make the capability of getting vaccines to the hesitant people as easy as you possibly can, that mitigates some of the concern. For example, right now in 40,000 pharmacies, including pharmacies that are located in areas that are the rural areas that you're talking about, that anyone can get to a pharmacy within 5 miles of where they are, no matter where they live, that you can go now, walk into a pharmacy. You don't need a computer. You don't need an appointment. You don't need anything. You can just go in and get vaccinated. The same things for mobile units to going into the rural areas when people don't have the transportation capability to get to a place. So there are a lot of things that we are doing. Obviously, we're concerned about vaccine hesitancy because we want to get as many people vaccinated as quickly as we possibly can. But there are many things going on now to try and address that, particularly in those areas that you correctly indicated are more likely to not want to get vaccinated.
Dr. Fauci, in addition to, I'm thinking of, we've got one county in this congressional district that I represent, which is pretty much the entire northwestern corner of the state of Illinois. We have one county that the entire population of the county is a little more than 6,000 people. The vaccination rate there, as of this morning, I get a daily report on this, is 19%. And so I appreciate, here was part of the problem too. They had one phone line to sign up to get the vaccine. That has grown now to 2. The high-speed internet is a problem in a very, very rural county. This is along the Mississippi River. Is there, I don't know, I'm just I want to do everything that I can to help get those numbers up, but you've got pharmacies, you've got validators, anything else when you think about a very rural part of the country that we might be able to help as members of Congress, or any other ideas you have in a county like I just spelled out.
Yeah, I think mobile units would likely be one of the most important things to do because you're describing people who don't have real ready access to the kinds of things that would make it really easy. Let me get back to the medical unit at the White House and see if there's anything that could be done because I believe mobile units to bring the vaccines to those rural areas are probably the best way to do that.
Okay, all right. Well, we would welcome any of that. I'm out of town. Out of time. I'm sorry, so I can't ask my second question that I was going to ask Dr. Collins about Down syndrome, but we'll maybe revisit that another time. Thank you very much, Dr. Fauci, and again to your Dr. Collins, to you and your entire team. Thank you for all you're doing to help people. With that, Madam Chair, I yield back.